Newgrowthnaturals. I'm so happy that you're here. So today we are discussing dandruff. Yeah, everything dandruff. What is dandruff? What is caused by? What caused dandruff? Also the treatments for dandruff. I have here some little notes with me because I know y'all like to ask questions, and that sometimes throw me off as to what I want to get across in my live stream. So I made sure I had my notes here with me. So before I go into what dandruff is, the causes and stuff like that, I'm actually going to wait until a lot of person come on here. And thanks to the one person that is here so far, and thanks for giving a big thumbs up. You are so awesome. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Samantha. I'm a hair loss practitioner and also natural hair specialist. I specialize in natural hair care, natural hairstyles, and just everything in regards to your natural hair health. So I'm just going to jump right into the question. What is dandruff? So basically, dandruff is a scalp condition that causes flakes to come on your scalp. And it's not only on your scalp, you have other areas of your body where you can actually have dandruff, like behind your ears, in your eyebrows, on your forehead, in your back, different areas as well. So, but it's mostly common for the scalp. So I should say, flakes on skin. And this sometimes cause a lot of itching as well. Let me know if you guys can hear and see me properly. Yeah. So what caused dandruff? Dandruff is caused by a variety of different stuff. For example, some persons have cirrhosis of the scalp, which is a form of dandruff. Seborrheic dermatitis as well. It can be caused from a lot of things, but ultimately what happened why you have the flakes on your scalp from dandruff is the fact that your skin secretes natural oil. So the gland that is responsible for secreting the oil is called the sebaceous gland. So basically what the sebaceous gland does, it secretes a lot of oil. The oil is called sebum. Sebum is responsible to lubricate your skin, your hair, for example. But if you have like an overly active sebaceous gland, meaning that it's secreting a lot of oil, what happens? Your oils mix with some bacteria that is on your scalp, sometimes fungus, like yeast, fungus from yeast, and also dead skin cells, and that is what causes the flaking from dandruff. Some persons have dandruff because of various reasons, but a lot of triggers for dandruff, for example, is like stress. So if you're like if you have a high stress level, you'll be getting dandruff. If you have a low immune system, like your immune system is weak, you'll get dandruff. It can be caused also by extreme temperatures like winter season and hot. Say for example you're out in the extreme cold and then you go into a well heated room, that can trigger off dandruff as well as eczema on the skin. So many things. Like I said, I have some notes here. I'm gonna pause just in case you have any questions that you may want to ask me at this point in time. So a lot of misconception about dandruff is that it's because of poor hygiene. Now I should let you know, and another conception is that if you like wash your hair too much, you dry off the natural oils and then you get dandruff because of that. Not necessarily. That's not a proven factor as to why you have dandruff. So none of the above are true. If you wash your hair frequently, that is fine. That doesn't make you have dandruff. And if you take long to wash your hair, which some persons can, afford to go for a while without washing their hair, it doesn't give you dandruff. Dandruff is not is more than a scalp issue, more than a skin issue. Usually it's formed from inside out. Basically. Pausing to take your questions. If you don't have none, I'm moving right along. So I'm going to my notes. What else did I want to tell you about dandruff? So there's a lot of possible causes for dandruff. Like I said before, one is seborrheic dermatitis. It can be an allergic reaction. It can be cirrhosis, eczema, or overaction to the yeast infection that is on your scalp, and that is some of the few reasons as to why you may have dandruff. But for the most part, so let me break them down one by one for you. In regards to, seborrheic dermatitis, certain underlying illness can cause that condition. For example, if you're HIV positive, if you have eating disorders, also if you're depressed, like really depressed, if you have acne, if you have Parkinson's disease, epilepsy, alcohol dependency, if you have a weak immune system, like I said before, fatigue or obesity, those are main triggers for this type of dandruff that you may get on your scalp, of course. Certain skin condition like eczema, ringworm, contact dermatitis, which ringworm is a fungal infection, and that can cause dandruff as well. So that is in itself, it's a fungus, but it can cause you to have dandruff as well. Yeast, which is naturally on your skin. When your skin starts having a reaction to it, you get excessive, skin built up, dead skin cells, and that, like I said earlier on, along with your sebum, which is the natural oil that is from your skin, form flakes, and that will cover your scalp. So a lot of persons, shampooing does help in the fact that, by shampooing your hair, you get to remove those flakes and the dead skin cells frequently, so you don't see the flakes so much. But it doesn't mean that you heal yourself of the dandruff. Basically, you're just washing it away before it forms thick. Hi Fatima. Hi Claudia. Yes, neem oil help with dandruff. It helps to relieve the symptoms and the itchiness from the dandruff. It helps to treat the bacteria and the fungus that may, if you have the type of dandruff that is caused from fungus, neem oil is really good in treating that. But like I said, guys, it is caused from an underlying health issue. Usually, and a lot of persons, if they're honest, they'll say that they'll notice that when they're really stressed, they'll notice a flare up in their dandruff, in their eczema. If the time is extremely hot, or if it's extremely cold, or if their immune system is weak, you'll definitely see a flare up. Hi Lala. Welcome to the live stream. To all that is just joining, and thanks to the 5 persons that giving this live stream a thumbs up so far. You guys are so awesome. Hi Latoya. All right, so when a person normally develop dandruff, it more likely occur like from anywhere from teenage years to midlife. Even though you have another type of dandruff that a baby may get, a little child, cradle cap, yeah. But that's normally like from birth, and by constantly washing and using mild soap on the baby's scalp, that will remove it. Also, another huge contributor of dandruff is hormonal factor. Your hormone, especially in the type of dandruff that males tend to have, they tend to get it from hormonal factor. Diet as well. Diet is a huge, factor when you're considering the fact that you have dandruff, a lot of flakes. Your diet helps to do that, because depending on the type of food you eat, you can end up producing more sebum. So you have an overly active sebaceous gland, and that in terms of, all the dead skin cells that you're getting from the food that you're eating, mixed with the sebum causing the flakes on your scalp, that one is easily treated. But if you're lacking in zinc, vitamin B vitamins, and like omega-6, that can cause dandruff on your scalp as well. So you want to make sure you're including a lot of zinc food in your diet. If not, you can do the supplements, of course, B vitamins, especially B vitamins. If you're deficient in any form of B vitamin, that can result in skin conditions as well. All right. Any questions? So I'm pausing to take your question. Hi, Debbie. Oh, so Latoya came on late. That's why she missed the fact that I was explaining what caused dandruff. So often it's not really clear what caused dandruff because it can be from a numerous amount of different factors. But I'm going to show you some of the possible factors, like I mentioned earlier, seborrheic dermatitis. So people with seborrheic dermatitis, they have irritated, oily skin, and they're more likely to develop dandruff. Oily skin means that their sebaceous gland is active, and the skin tends to be red, greasy, and covered with flaky white or yellow scales, you know. And usually, like I said before, dandruff can affect your scalp. It can affect the backs of your ear right here, the eyebrows, the chest, and other parts of your body. Yes, Miss MJ, eczema. No, Debbie. You're welcome. Alright, so I don't want you to miss the fact that also shampooing and skincare products can also cause you to have dandruff. Here's why. Certain hair care products, they're irritating to the scalp, and that may cause dandruff. So if you find that a particular product is causing irritation to your scalp, you want to switch to using a milder product, especially with shampoos. That's why I always promote sulfate-free shampoos. As much as possible, try to use really mild shampoos. And even though our natural hair products, I tend to make them with a lot of high fragrance, please try and use products with milder fragrance, or natural as natural as possible, because you may have an allergic reaction to it, and that may result in dandruff. So, and also, even though you know dandruff is not caused when you're not caused by not washing your hair enough, if you don't wash your hair enough, on the other hand, it may result in a build-up of oils and dead skin cells, which can cause flakes. Yeah, and that's dandruff because you have different types. Okay, Sophia Beckford. But like I said, with the dandruff, you don't want to just treat what you're seeing on your scalp, because like I said, most of the time it is something internal that you need to deal with. Something internal, whether it's your immune system, whether it's the fact that you're really stressed, whether it's your diet, whether it's that you have other underlying illness and stuff like that. There are so many underlying issues that result in your eczema or dandruff or flakes on your scalp. So yes, you want to get relief from the itchiness while you go and shampoo your hair, put some oil on it to soothe it, but you want to tackle the underlying issue. I should say that. You can, hi Claudia, welcome, thank you for your question. So Claudia is asking, can you cure dandruff at home? Realize that you're getting flakings on your scalp, you want to start by using your natural remedies. There are so many natural remedies that you can use for your dandruff. Somebody mentioned neem oil early on. Tea tree oil is also really good. And there are so many other natural stuff that you can attempt to use. However, if you're using your natural remedies, if your dandruff start getting really bad, like really thick scales, and like if you pick them off, your skin becomes so irritated, it start, you know, getting red and bleedy, I suggest that you see a dermatologist immediately and stop using whatever products you're using. Because what happened, even though dandruff is not a big factor in hair loss, when you get a lot of flakes on your scalp and it's irritated and it's really itchy, you tend to use your nails and you tend to itch it. Whatever, some persons will use pen, ear pins, whatever you grab, you just want to just itch it just to get that relief. When you do that, sometimes you damage the hair follicles, and that can lead to alopecia. You can get some hair loss from that. So you want to make sure, so even though the dandruff in itself don't cause you to have alopecia or severe hair loss or anything like that, the fact that if it itches you a lot and then it flakes and it's really irritable, and you tend to itch. You can damage the tissues of your scalp, which you don't want to. So if it reaches that phase where, and if your dandruff gets smelly, guys, like a really bad odor, please see a dermatologist. Hi Merlin, thanks for joining the live. Hi Bird. Right, so when you reach certain age, you may stop having the dandruff. That means that it could be hormonal. Yeah. Like I said, it's caused by different reasons, and why there is no particular way to pinpoint to say this is what is causing it. The first thing I'd advise my clients to do whenever they notice that they have dandruff is check their diet. I'd ask them about their stress level, their diet, and also products that they're using, because products play a huge role in flaking scalp. If your skin is, really sensitive, and sometimes you don't even know how sensitive your skin is until you're actually experiencing using a product, and then your hair start flaking. Some person will say, oh, I just washed my hair and I just noticed the thick scales that are flaking so soon already. It could be that that product was really harsh for you, and because of that you end up with dandruff on your scalp. I'm taking your questions now, guys. It may be infected, Claudia. It may not only be just dandruff, really contagious, and a fungus on it. So you want to see your dermatologist. Yes, Elaine, that is also very crucial, guys. I am suggesting that you lower your sugar intake, because sugar, if you're taking too much, even salt, but more so sugar right now, a lot of sugar in your system can lead to skin disorders as well. Hi Nadine. So Nadine, sometimes tiny dusty like skin cell, like little scales, not necessarily flakes. So you'll know that your scalp is dry. You moisturize it, you're good to go. Dandruff tend to be flaky, like yellow or white, and flaky can be thin scales or really thick scales. Hi Jasmine. Hi Colette. So dandruff in and of itself is not contagious. It's when it's mixed with other stuff like fungus. Like if you have a fungus on your scalp, the fungus can cause your scalp to flake. So the fungus can cause your dandruff, but the dandruff in of itself is not contagious. Hi Celeste, welcome to the live stream. And thanks to the 17 person that gave this live stream a thumbs up. You guys are so awesome. Right, so if you have no other question for me, yes, Bird. If you have dandruff or any other skin disorder, you want to make sure that you want to check to see that you have enough zinc in your body. You have the B vitamin, especially B6, and you have your omega-6, because what that does is basically control the amount of dead skin cells that you have on your scalp and on the rest of your body, and it just boosts your immune system to prevent these type of occurrences. All right, so let's move right along. So if you have dandruff now, it's really itchy, you want to do some relief, you have natural remedies that you can choose, and you have anti-dandruff shampoos and stuff. So the type of ingredients that you want to look for in your anti-dandruff shampoo is like ketoconazole. So ketoconazole is an antifungal ingredient, and it's suitable for any age, so you can use that. There's selenium sulfide, and that helps to manage the dandruff by reducing the amount of scalp glands, production of the natural oils that I told you about earlier, the sebum. Yeah, the scalp glands is basically the sebaceous glands, and it releases sebums. So that helps to, limit the amount that it's released. And it also has antifungal property. Coal tar is another ingredient that you can look for in your shampoo, and it has a natural antifungal agent, and it can reduce excess skin cells production, because what causes the flaking is actually the excessive dead cells on the skin mixed with the sebum, which is the natural oils, of course, that is released from the sebaceous gland. However, a thing that you need to take in consideration if you're using shampoos or products with coal tar in it is that your scalp may be getting, sensitive to sunlight. So if you're going out in the sun, once you're using that shampoo, you may have to wear a hat or something like that, because you may have reaction. Salicylic acid helps to remove excessive skin cells. Tea tree oil is awesome. That's a natural one that is found in a lot of shampoos, and it's really good. Even outside of the shampoo, you can buy your tea tree oil, your tea tree essential oil, and you can add it to your regular oils and your other hair products to use, so you're constantly using it. So dandruff shampoo, of course, yeah, available online. It's in stores everywhere. You all are in quarantine, so you may want to get it online. So you want to use anti-dandruff shampoo. Mild shampoos, make sure it's not sulfate free. Some medicated shampoos tend to be harsh because of the medicine. Most of them tend to use sulfate in it, and what sulfate does is basically dry your hair out and dry your scalp out, and because it dries it out, it can cause irritant. Yeah, so you want to stay away from those. Yes, Bird, hair products definitely cause dandruff, like I stated early on. I'm not sure about B complex, but should. Everything. There's a lot of good shampoos out there for really itchy and dry scalp, but you want to use shampoos that are conditioning or moisturizing, and shampoos that say for dry scalp. There's a lot out there. Hi Bunny Banks, welcome to the live. Yes, Latoya, aloe vera is also a very good natural remedy for skin and hair disorders, simply because aloe vera, the properties that it has is really good for your skin, and it does penetrate your follicles, it does penetrate your glands and go into your system, so it's really good. And it's also very mild, except that you have an allergic reaction. That's okay, Bird. So for those of you that have questions, like the questions that I answered previously, I won't be going back over it because I don't want this video to be too long, and I have to get back to my consultations when my next appointment is here. So if you pose a question and I did not respond it because I responded to it before, so all you have to do is at the end of this live stream, just to restart it, watch it over, and then you'll see that I address your question. So I don't want to be too repetitive in this live stream. But I should let you know, every disease of the body, every skin condition, no matter what it is, no matter how mild, no matter how severe it is caused from internal factors. Once you're able to clean your blood, alkaline your system, get your immune system up, naturally you won't have to spend thousands of dollars on skin cream and hair products, unless you have a type of condition that you're allergic to outside factors that affects your skin and your scalp. So the first thing you need to do is get on a diet that alkalines your system. Eating lots of fruits and vegetables, grains, and plant-based diet, that helps to do that. Because what your body does is convert those natural acids to alkaline inside of your body, and your body purifies itself. That will solve a lot of the issues, that boosts your immune system. And then if your condition gets severe, I suggest that you seek medical attention go to a doctor, see what's wrong, get a full body checkup to see where you're low on nutrients. Because sometimes we eat a lot of one thing, and the nutrients that we need from other stuff, we don't get it because we haven't been consuming it. So I'll suggest that you go and get an overall blood work check to see what nutrients you may be lacking in, and then you can get your supplements or eat fruits. I like to advise before the supplements, try to eat abundance in natural food that will help to supply the lack of the nutrients that you may be lacking. No, Takia, I can't go live with my consultation because I'm only doing hair loss consultation, and most of those clients, they would be insecure, so I try to keep them private and confidential. Just imagine you have all of your hair up here gone. Not everybody is comfortable to come and sit before in the world looking at their head like, oh girl, your hair is gone. Some persons may be comfortable. If I find somebody like that, I won't hesitate to come on here, but I keep my clients' information private and confidential. You're welcome. You're welcome, Takia. Right, so if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to end this live stream soon. And thanks for all of you that came to join me. I hope you learned. And if you have any other question, like if you come on to this live stream, when it's done, you can drop it in the comment section and I'll come over and respond to your question. All right, until next time, Jesus love you, so be very good. Bye bye everybody, see you later. You're welcome, Yvette James.